All right, how's it going? I'm here today with Mr. Jungle. How are you doing
Hello,
today?
buddies. Everything okay? Everything cool?
Nice, good to see you.
Good to see you too, friend.
So, to get started, I'm just going to read a quick bio so people have a little idea of who you are.
Who
So,
fucking am I?
¿quién eres? David
Hello.
Aguilar, also known as Mr. Jungle, is a musician, singer, drummer, and DJ that's been active in the music scene in Mexico City since 1999. He's released several of his own projects that blend genres like hip hop, reggae, and drum and bass. And he regularly works with some of Mexico and the world's best independent artists. He currently lives in Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca, where he works as a DJ, musician, and producer. Welcome to the Lost Podcast.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much to having me here.
Awesome. So to get started, I wanted to ask you, where did you grow up and what was it like?
Okay, I grew up in the I believe is in Coajimalpa is the name is out of the city, like going to the forest and the mountains. And I grew up there, and it was a really nice neighborhood over that times. It was I mean, I feel like I be so lucky because I have a really good like childhood and teenage times over there, and it was cool because it was like a little town vibe, but at the same time it was the big spectrum of the urban stuff. So we got a lot of music, skate culture, and all that was coming to us. And it was like that.
Oh, cool. So it's right on the rim of Mexico City.
Yeah, it's like if Mexico City is like the surroundings, It's like going to the mountain out of the city.
Okay. Do you remember like anything that you loved about where you grew up?
Yeah, a lot of things. I love like you can escape from your school and go to the forest to hang out.
Playing hooky.
Yeah, it was so fun. And I remember what I really love a lot about this neighborhood. It was like you can hang out like over that times it was really secure and it was not that fucked up like today. And you can go everywhere around the neighborhoods, and we met everybody, so we know everybody, so that was fun and I enjoyed a lot that thing.
Yeah. When did you first fall in love with music, and what has your journey been like to become a full-time musician?
Fuck. Um, to be honest, I don't have like a specific time because since pretty young, like when I was a child, I grew up in a family where everybody was musician, not a professional. They were musicians just practicing on them rooms and stuff like that, doing covers. But I grew up with all that thing surrounding me. It was like the daily thing. So it was too early and become to a full-time musician. It was just part of the consequences because it was my way to grow up, my way to learn to be. So that becomes more like a lifestyle really early.
Mm.
And when I grew up, it was done already, per se, something.
So you're kind of born into a musical family.
Yeah, yeah. As I told you, not professionals, not like nothing like that. But my uncles, they used to play, and they were a guitar player and a bass player. So I was there, and they told me like, come with us, like in the drums. Really simple. And since I believe 8 9 years old, I was there in the drums, like following them, and yeah, and that it takes me here.
With a lot in between.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you played a live show?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Even there on Facebook, my cousin just posted um, a little part of the video what he found on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
and it was in 99. My first like live performance was in 99. We were so young, and it was funny because as we were like a lot of guys, as a cousins, we grew up in the same way, and we make our band together really early. Like, I don't even remember when that started, but our first gig was in 99, and I had around 13, 14 years old, something like that.
Cool. Um, you were a part of the founding of Central Funk, right? And you worked for many years at Central Funk. Central Funk is a small bar in el Centro Histórico in Mexico City, and it's sort of like a house of culture. Um, I'm curious, like, what was that like when you and your cousin started that idea to found Central Funk?
You know, it was something where it was really cool, and it happens because we have this idea since way long time ago. So, in certain point of my life, I went to live in Oaxaca City, working in our human rights organization. When that time ends, I come back to Mexico City, and my cousin already had Central Funk. He was starting just,
Mhm.
and he helped me. Like, I came back to Mexico City without nothing, and he was helping me, like, hey, yo, come here, like, let's work and let's do that stuff. And with the time, I we realized it was exactly what we was wanting since a children's, have our own space to do our own musical vibe, our own like dynamic expression, and like our lives were like we grow up together. Our lives were so similar, our goals in that way, like in a cultural musical way, our taste, it was pretty similar. So that works perfect, and I've been working with him for so long till COVID. And in COVID, you know, I'm a person who has to be in movement. I can't stay like stuck for so much time in one place. So I decided to move to Puerto Escondido, where I'm living actually right now.
Okay. And at Central Funk, you worked the bar, you worked as an employee, but you also DJ'd almost every night of the week, right?
Yeah. That was part of the fun thing, because there is the job what it has to be done, but the fun thing is make have this kind of dynamics in your job, what makes you feel happy and better, and you can still grow up and rising in your artistic or expressive way, and your work way, and that was so good. And I am really glad, and I appreciate that from my cousin, because he gave me a lot of it. And yeah, and and as well, in the same way, I give a lot from me there, because this what I realized with the time is about to build a business, about to build something what you want to share with the people, no matter if it's for money or not, but something what you want to share. You have to build it like with a concept, and the concept, our concept in Central was the art, was the underground culture, the alternatives. And that is a thing where it has been in our lives, and in my life personally always. That's why I'm producing other kind of music. you know I know pop is good, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, so I know that. I'm aware of how you feel about pop music.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, when you start to work on a new piece of music, what is your process like?
There's no rules. It's like everything depends on the situation, because for example, if I start work in something for somebody else, I have to listen pretty good. I have to to absorb the idea, to understood, and then grab it down. And the process is different. When I'm working in something personal, the process is like the usual, because every day, as a discipline or as a habit, uh, I come to the studio every day and I spend a few hours here doing something. This is my everyday therapy. So depends, because there's no rules. You know what I like about music and sound? Yes, there's parameters, but there's no rules. Nothing is written down. So you can start from the head and you can start from the feet, but
Mm.
the thing is get there, like finishing and make something solid. That I think that is more the thing, like how you get there.
Mm. Interesting. Um, so you make your own music, but you also write lyrics, right? So you also create songs from a writer's perspective. I'm curious, like, what are some of the differences between making music and writing music? And
uh,
what are some of the similarities, the differences?
okay, it's a good question. Making music is more about, both are about feeling, but the difference with, to me, in between compose harmonies and melodies and rhythms, and compose like lyrics, is like, with lyrics, uh has been hard to me actually right now, because with lyrics it's more about like, um your thoughts, your line, your moral, your ethics, your, there's a lot of things implicit. But if you have to do like a love song, for example, lyrics, you need resources, tools. What are the resources and the tools? The books, literature, literature. Because it's like when you want to create a instrumental, you need tools, resources like instruments or samples or plugins or whatever. Yeah, for the lyrics, your plugins, your samples, and your instruments are the like really resources. What you have, your vocabulary, your way how to understood how you put the imagine with the words and the face of the people, because this is more about what you are doing with the lyrics is like make ideas solid in the imagination of the people, right?
Mm.
And the sound is more the solid physical thing, right? Because there is the sound, you can have it. With the words it's more about like how you build these images there.
Yeah, and it makes me think like the lyrics are more about ideas and concepts, and then what would music be about? Feelings or moods?
To me, music should be the partner who creates the whole atmosphere of these ideas, these concepts, right? Because you create the concept and the idea with the lyrics, but the music, it has to be the other side, the other part, who makes the whole ambience or the whole like texture to grab you there. Because in all the context, music and songs are about to grab the people for certain feelings, excitation, sadness, melancholy, whatever. You can make it through the harmonies, through the tones. That's why it's major, minor, Lydian, all the scales. But that has to be matched with the idea on your lyrics, right? Because um maybe it will be fun if you create a metal song talking about bunnies, or
Yeah, the juxtaposition
yeah,
of,
like,
yeah.
you can do
So
it too, but it's mostly like that.
so it's almost like you're creating like a house for the lyrics to come and sit in or
You're creating more like the boat, you know,
about
because it's like
because you're bringing it
the
somewhere.
vehicle to get there, because your lyrics are your ideas, your what you want to put on the people minds, and the vehicle, the boat to get there is the music, is the rhythms, the harmonies, all that stuff.
I like that. That's very well put. So you've been a artist for a long time now. You've been a musician for a while.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, do you think there's any dangers to becoming or wanting to become an artist or musician?
I mean, life is a danger, bro. you know, and of course, there's so many. For example, like there is two kind of dangers: the outsider dangers and your own dangers, what it lives in yourself. Because the very first and the most important is like your self dangers. With the music, doesn't matter how high you are on the scale of it. I don't like to measure it like that, but everybody does like that, and it's just to explain it. Doesn't matter how high or how low you are on it. Music always grab you some social recognition, like social popularity.
Hmm.
One of the very first dangers is if you are talented or if you are good in the thing what you are doing, of course everybody gonna recognize yourself, and it's gonna be like, oh, you are cool, whatever. The very first dangers is the ego. Everybody does have it, and I have it too. But ego is a thing where I believe creative and talented people, it should be prepared it, or at least have it on mind, like what is going on with it, because that is gonna make another dangerous situations with the outsiders. And the outside, yes, of course, there are so many. As a musician, you have no syndicate, you have no social insurance, you have no social security, you have no like a regular job. Of course, music and art life is for the people who have enough courage to say, get the fuck word, in some way, because it's different. It's different be an artist and different be a celebrity. Today's everybody get confused about it because the social medias, and everybody becomes like a kind of artist, but it's more a celebrity than artist. The artist is the people who find in one discipline the way to be themselves, to give them back some proud, to keep moving and to keep expressing, who is enough sensitive to process, hold the things out and grab it through that. A celebrity is a people who everybody knows. Doesn't need to be like talented or have skills and something. Is if everybody knows him, everybody knows him. So the people now is getting a lot so confused in between that. And to me, art is life, art path, art way. It's more about human science. It's more about like human values. It's more, it's not because of the fame. It's not because of the goods what you can have through the recognition of the people what they are giving to you. And this is one of the risks. The risk is take all what is implicit in that path and keep going, bro. Because
Mm.
there's no place up, there's no place down. It's always here. Be steady.
What do you think some of the benefits are for people who become artists or want to become artists?
I think the biggest one is the satisfaction to don't feel yourself like frustrated. You know, the satisfaction, of course we're gonna have frustrations always in our lives. Life doesn't have to be perfect lives are boring, but in between for example, I can tell now, like I see friends, old friends, who choose like their regular path, the simple path, like get good notes in the college, get your papers, get a job, get everything. And I mean, in certain way they're happy, but they still having this feeling like, fuck, maybe I should, or they don't feel complete in some way. And I believe their art life and their art way to live, it gives you so much satisfaction about it, because it's a hard decision and it's a tough life, but in the other way, what is giving it back to you is this satisfaction to know yourself better and to appreciate the things in a different ways, you know to put more value in other stuffs, because your job is create what wasn't there before, and you learn the value of the simple things, not like the whole material things and stuff like that. This is personally what I think it happens to me, and I'm so glad we did.
Beautiful. What are some of your favorite places in Mexico City?
Fuck. Definitely the South. Like I know in Mexico City. Sorry,
Yeah, Mexico City.
Mexico City. Um, there's so many. Like for example, Central Funk. I love it. I love to like Juju. There is another club. Like it's more fancy, but they have really good DJs and artists. Um, I love the Chapultepec, the forest, or
The
this
park.
area, like the park. I love the Desierto de los Leones, the place where is the forest, where it's close to the neighborhood where I grew up.
In the south.
No, it's more on the it's
No,
west poniente. I don't know how to say it in English.
yeah, like the is it like northwest?
It's like going, yeah. So it's west.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I got a tough question for you. What are some of the current problems in Mexico? And as president, how would you fix them?
Fuck. I mean, you know what is funny? Um, I I don't like politics and stuff like that. Like as we know them.
Mm.
And what is funny is like there's so much trouble in Mexico. Like we're still having these these two different layers of people in Mexico. The one who got all the privilege, and the others who are a lot who got nothing. And I believe not just in Mexico, worldwide, what we need to understand is like the world is big and we have enough resources. We still having. The problem is the distribution of them. You know, if we start from there to realize like this neoliberalism thought about to keep everything and more and more and more and more and more, then I believe everything's gonna be better in every place. Because if you live in a place where everything is distributed in the same way, everybody have more opportunities, and that makes the things grow up. I believe from from there, I will start from there. I don't know where because it's a huge thing, but I believe education, right? The education is the key. Like
Mhm.
how you grow up your children's not academical education, more like human education. I believe we need more human sciences than the other science what the people have in the school.
Mm. Great. Good luck with your presidential campaign.
No,
Do you have any advice for young artists or musicians who are just starting out?
just keep going, and don't fear nothing. Life is a roller coaster, and and you can be here, and you can be here, you can, but as I told you before, it's about keep going, right? So if you get in the music, because I believe this is pretty important. The first motivation to get on the music, if it's because you feel it, because you really feel it inside of you, or it's really good. But if you get in the music or in the art, no matter what, just because you want fame or the goods what everybody shows, I don't think is the path, because you need a genuine motive to do something good, because it's like help somebody else because you want the money. That is not a good action. That is not a good, like a good beginning. So that is what I can tell them, like, make sure your beginning is genuine, is like clear, and just keep going. Don't give up.
Have there been any times during your career where you felt like giving up, or you had a particular problem or challenge that was just difficult to get past?
Yeah, bro. So many, so fucking many. And yeah, even actually right now in Puerto, I have some fucked up situation with one person who tried to use my talent and my name in some way. And this person, there's so many situations. You're gonna meet a really fucked up people here. But I believe it's more about like how do you learn, and your next chooses, your next decisions, try to make it better. And yes, of course, I've been having a lot of situations, but no one of them make me feel like I'm gonna give up, because to the today is too late. This is not a profession, this is not a job, this is not nothing. This is my habits. This
Mm.
becomes a habit right now. It's a thing what is, without it is I'm not myself, you know. So I'm gonna die doing exactly the same thing.
Well, okay, this might be a strange question, but you have one of the my favorite dogs in the world, a sweet pit bull by the name of Tuba.
Yeah, too.
Um,
She's so good.
anyone who knows you knows Tuba. Do you have any advice for people of how they can train their dog properly, as someone who's helped train this wonderful dog by the name of Tuba?
Yeah, so many people always ask me like, "Hey, yo, bro, what did you did with this dog?" And I'm just telling them the truth. Like, you just have to live with your dog. Not, it's not, it's not have a dog. It's live with your dog. Because you can have a dog in your house. You can have a dog somewhere, like a piece of thing what you possess. But when you start to interact the daily life, the normal and regular things with your dog, and they are so smart, and they adapt really good. The thing is that don't leave them like a thing somewhere. What you just see sometimes, and you visit, and then you goes
Mm.
to work and stuff like that. I know not everybody can do that, because people have another life dynamics. They have jobs, they works in office. But I mean, if you really want to have a dog, make sure you have enough time to to make him part of your everyday, right?
Yeah, and you bring Tuba to the market. You bring Tuba to go
Every
get
fucking
food.
where. Right now, less, because she's getting old, so
Yeah.
she's not the same girl. But yes, every fucking where I grab her, even in the bike. Look, when I'm driving, sometimes she's with me on the bike. Everywhere. She's part of me.
Just
Yeah,
like music, and
yeah, just like
and
music.
she's named Tuba. All
Yeah,
right, I got just one more question for you. So, what are you working on now in Puerto Escondido?
uh,
Um,
Yeah, it's cool. Right now, it's funny because I got in a DA contest 2 years ago here in Puerto Escondido, and I won it. And right now, there pops up another DA contest in Cipolite. It's 2 beaches far from here, and there's a cool place where some guys are building up. The name is Sin Nombre, and they're making another DA contest. And right now, I'm on it, and the final battle is gonna be New Year's Eve. I hope I can get there, and if I get there and I won, I'm gonna be so happy. If not, it's cool to have the experience. This is one of the things what I'm working on. Other thing what I'm working on is like I build up a band here, like a reggae band, and it's like half because one of the project is the reggae band, and we're making on the side another project like more like new soul, acid jazz, and stuff like that. But I'm building up these projects more for the regular daily life here because Puerto is a touristic place, so we can sell these shows for the places and have fun, have job, and even it's cool because we still like going on our musical skills and creating stuff. It's fun right now. I'm so like spreading out because I'm like I can say like I'm more like getting back to study a lot of things on the music on the studio, like getting feedback from stuff to later release something else.
Great. Well, Mr. Django, David, I appreciate you talking with me today, man.
Thank you so much, bro.
How can people check you out? How can they find you?
Okay, I have a few stuff hanging on Spotify as a Mr. Jungle. I have another stuff in Bandcamp as Mr. Jungle. And Instagram, they can find me like like in Spanish, L guión bajo jungle, and you're gonna find me there. And yes, I've been releasing stuff in Spotify, but slow, like little by little, and there's gonna be more soon.
Awesome. Well, I'll put all the links with this video, and I appreciate talking to you. It's great to see you.
Thank you, brother. It's good to see you too.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good day.